Yo, in this video, I'm going to show you how to beat the boss, Blackgaol Knight, in Elden Ring. Blackgaol Knight is a tough one, but with the right approach and loadout, you can take him down easily. I'll show you his weaknesses, the best weapons and armor to use, how to dodge his attacks, and how to deal the most damage. So if you're struggling with Blackgaol Knight, or you just want to learn how to beat him fast, then stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Let's get to it. The first thing that you need to understand is that the DLC functions like Sekiro. In order to do more damage, I recommend you get multiple Scadutree Blessings. Take a look at how much damage we do with a 25 plus sword compared to a Scadutree Blessing. The damage between leveling up your sword is so insignificant compared to using the Scadutree Blessings. Please, if you take anything from this video, use the Scadutree Blessings to do more damage. I'll show you where you can get 3 at the beginning before you fight the boss, that way you can do optimal damage. This is the location for the first one. This is the location for the second one. This is the location for the third one. The best loadout for Blackgaol Knight is a strength build with a lot of poise. But honestly, any build could work as long as you recognize the attack patterns. Here is a specific build that I am using and you can use as well. For the weapon, I am using Guts' Great Sword plus 25 with the Ash of War Determination. For the armor, I am using the Veteran's Armor set, but any heavy armor could work like Radon's or the Banished set. For the talismans, I am using the Dragon Crest Shield to decrease damage taken, the Eartree's Favor to increase HP stamina and equip load, and the important one, the Bull's Goat Talisman to increase more poise. And finally, the Greyjoy's Arsenal to increase equip load, but you can use whatever you like in this one if your build does not need it. Blackgaol Knight has several distinct attack patterns you need to watch out for. Let's go through them. First, the crossbow. He will perform a series of crossbow shots. These can be easily dodged by walking around. Avoid dodging, since you're likely to get hit if you dodge while he's spamming them. This is the most punishable attack in my opinion. When you see it, just walk in a circle and get closer near the end of the bursts and go for 3 hits back to back. After that, back off. The sword attacks. He will do normal sword attacks that can easily be dodged, or you could simply just walk away. Their range is very forgiving, just dodge through them or keep your distance. He will also use sword slashes. These you gotta watch out for, since it can chunk through your health in one sweep. Depending on your positioning, it can be of 2 patterns. Either a one and done slash if you're far away, or followed by another swirl if you're medium to close range. The second one is very deadly, so I would watch out for it. The boss will also use a jump attack. He jumps into the air and slams his sword down, roll backwards, or slide to avoid, then punish with an attack. Or, like I like to do it, I would just smack him midair to stun him, and you can punish him with that. Like, you can land 2 to 3 hits afterwards. The approach is very simple. When you see the crossbow, bait the shots by strafing right or left, and then get close to him to punish the attack. When he finishes the combo, punish him with the attacks, go for 3 shots back to back, and depending on your endurance and depending on your poise, you can stun him and stagger him and get all 3 shots. The way you approach him when he has the sword is very simple. He becomes very aggressive when he wields the sword, and he will push you frequently. So what you do is stay far behind, either because you want to heal or engage into the next attack phase. Just be ready to strike him as soon as he is in your range. And again, always go for 3 hits and then back off again, reset the fight. When you reset the fight, he might go for crossbow again. You basically just rinse and repeat. If he goes back to sword, you just do it again. You just bait him until he gets close, and then you hit him with 3 hits. If he sends the sword slash, you can dodge through it or strafe if he's far away. If you dodge through it, you can punish it by doing damage right afterward, after he does both of the slashes. But I would recommend you just dodge it and just be safe. The boss has 1 healing flask. Just let him use it and get it out of his system. Just stay composed and don't panic and rush him. Just let him use it. It's fine. You can do more damage and you'll make up for it. Another additional tip is, in my opinion, his biggest weakness is the crossbow attacks. They are so deadly if you get hit by them, but since this approach I mentioned, you will always be staying far. So when you see the crossbow, you just strafe and get close to him right after. It's very punishable and you can get 3 hits, the freest 3 hits you could get. So always punish that weakness of crossbow attacks. My third tip, honestly, is to just stack up a lot of poise so he does not interrupt your attacks, and you can just tank them and then deal damage back. That way you can hit him 3 times, you stagger him while he wouldn't affect you as much. So definitely poise can be really important for this boss fight. The fourth tip is don't rush your attacks, just wait for your openings. Don't be greedy. After you land all your 3 hits every time, just back off. But if you have a tanky build, you can trade with him hits as long as you're careful with health and paying attention to your stamina. Another tip, and I feel like this goes without saying, this is a no summon guide, but feel free to use your summons. The game was meant to be used that way. If you want to use your summons, go ahead. Just use summons. It'll make it way easier than this, but if you want to do it this way, this is the guide for it. That is it for this video on how to defeat Blackgaol Knight in Elden Ring. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want a guide on how to beat Divine Beast Dancing Lion, check out this video. Peace.